Just outside the castle of Abergavenny is our starting point. We just parked up, just having a little sneak peek over the wall, ready for the journey. We're now in the beautiful market town of Krakow. Absolutely stunning. Lovely little market there, but it's like stepping back in time. And this is one of those quintessential towns they have in the Brecon Beacons. Still everything local. But look at this department store here. Just a little local department store. Very pretty. But look at the area. Again, if you just look over there, some of the buildings they have here. We got a really autumnal day, but look at the colours and the scenery. I mean, it's a bit windy, but it's refreshing when you're on the bike. Now we're on the towpath heading to Brecon, so hopefully we might have to go onto the road for a few hundred yards, somebody was saying, but apart from that, now as you see, is all along the canal to Brecon. But the great thing about this is quiet, there's no cars, but we're just chatting to some lovely people, all older gents, cycling miles. And that's the thing, isn't it? Get out and about, see something different. We've just come off the beaten track because this is the water that feeds just down there, the canal. And just this little waterfall is one of many that we've passed. But I thought, I've got to do it. But looking at it, it's a bit slippy coming down and I'm not looking forward to going up, but it's one of those opportunities you can't miss, can you? Look at that dog, he's loving the canal. If you fancy renting a boat on the most picturesque area.
You see my stuff doing it with a bike on it.
I know, you could put your bike on here, couldn't you? And just look at these. They're so pretty. But the area, well, the chap we just spoken to, they're all volunteers, said that the pretty bit's yet to come. So I'm amazed at that because it's been stunning along here, but looking forward to the rest of it. But just want to take a look at these names. If you want to rent a boat or a barge, there it is. Still on the canal, as you see. Just got to a place where we see all these barges parked up. A few of them are lived in permanently, others are rented. But the canal just goes on and on, so pretty. Every corner we pass, as I mentioned, you think it's gonna let you down, but it's just incredible, so pretty. I mean, this is the roughest area of it all, actually, where they've parked up the boats. So I'm not quite sure where we are at the moment, but I know that just up there is the Brecken Basin, so we must be coming up to it close. And again, another place where you can rent a boat or a barge, again I should say. So we're still on the canal, but just look at that. So you've got the River Usk down there, and if you look over there, let's try and zoom in, you've got the Brecon Beacons. And this is what we're passing all the way along. It's such a pretty area. So we've just made it now into the Brecken Basin for the canal. As you see, a lovely pretty area, full of noise, full of wildlife, lovely. It's got the old mill there. I'm going to go in there, see if we can get a nice cup of coffee. Bit of argy-bargy going on there with the ducks. Not happy. So we've just come into the town of Brecon. We've made it. Beautiful little museum over there. Just look at the houses. It's a stunning place. We're going to head up now, up into the town in there. And Brecon's well known because down there it's a barracks, the army barracks. And if you've ever seen the film Zulu, then this is where they were from, the South Wales borders. And there's a lot of signs of that. When we go around the town, you can have a look. And if you have a look at that, there's a sign there. Can you see it? The Rorke's Drift. So many lovely places. And Picton. See the Wellington Hotel? There's Picton. Now Picton was famous for being in the cavalry at the Battle of Waterloo. I think he was killed at Waterloo, but he was certainly shot at Waterloo, but I thought he was killed. I'm not sure. I have to check that up. So we're at the Royal Welsh Regimental Museum, and as it says, it's for the 5th Battalion South Wales Borderers, again as I mentioned for Waterloo, but is in there they still got a number of the original Victoria Crosses won at Waterloo, but it's still, if you come along here you'll see it's still an active military barracks. So we've just pulled up here, and in the distance you'll see Llanfoist Lake. We're going to cycle down to there, but again if you look around, because it's mid-November, you can see the sun on the hills over there. It just gives you an idea how nice the weather is for this time of year. Well, I can't tell you how frustrating this is. I was having a nice flight, unfortunately with the Mini 2, no obstacle avoidance, and so I thought I was high enough, but I've hit a tree. And you can see there is my controller. And I'll turn you around, and up there you can probably hear it is my drone, and I have literally no way of getting it back. Oh, flipping heck. It's beeping, it's telling me what it is. I have no hope of getting that back. All I can hope is one day when the leaves drop, maybe it'll land down here, but it'll be soaking wet and ruined anyway. I've had to come through this garden to get it, but I've got no option. I have to leave it there. Very sad. Anyone wants to buy a controller, let me know. Again, just look at these lovely houses. We've just passed a massive mansion but couldn't get close enough to have a look. But just look at these around here. So pretty. And the views behind are just lovely. Just such a shame I didn't have the drone now to take it and have a better look, but well, never mind. My mate keeps telling me off because I keep stopping. But I keep seeing scenes like this. And I think I have to stop. How can you go past that? Most people have a friend who moans all the time, don't they, Chris? So just alongside the River Usk, came across this. Now how many times do you see one of these still around? That's a bygone era, isn't it?